Dude, I muted my mic. Hey chat, I'm back. I was originally gonna do this, like, what, at 11:30, but I had some technical difficulties. I think I started streaming earlier, but I think I accidentally turned off my stream with one of my hotkeys, because I set a bunch of hotkeys in OBS or something, and I accidentally pressed it, but anyway, we're back, and today we're going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Yay! I think someone in the chat earlier was asking if this is like my first time. Yeah, it's my first time playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I heard it was a pretty fun game. Got some good reviews and ratings, so I'm pretty excited to play it. There's some warnings for it. So if any of you are sensitive or may get triggered by depictions of violence and suicide and strong language, I believe, as well, then please do not watch this stream or any streams featuring this game. Mine, because apparently that's in this game. I don't know why, because look at this, bro. This is the most wholesome game ever, dude. Wait. Alright, I think that's but yeah, we're gonna be playing this game today. I don't know where the chat went. No, it's just over there. I think I'll keep the current chat set up. I think it's pretty good. Works. Anyway, I think the sounds are alright. I'll turn it down just a little. In case it's too loud. I think this should be good though. Alright, let's get started. I think I could just do new game now. Enter. It's Lynnii. That's definitely my name, guys. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I'd get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. Oh, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring. That's me, Lynnii. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you wouldn't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Lynnii, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I already told you I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. But, wait. I think I skipped something. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly fine, when I'm perfectly content, just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. That's me in real life for real, bro. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me that you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. That's me for real. Back in the days of school, guys. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and I realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need... I think my model's in front of the text. Hold on. I'll just tuck myself in the corner over here. Alright, you don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you cheer. But I can't talk today. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, you could come by my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Mimi. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. I'm gonna move it a little more. I'm so small now on the screen. Alright. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did this because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I'm kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. That's me, guys, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold out my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure meeting you. Who the hell is this, bro? Look at her, bro. Slay. Oh, it's probably really cringe. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Oh, way to kill the atmosphere. Lynnii, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Lynnii. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other, well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in the class, smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monika. Come sit down, Lynnii. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As already mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, a tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn on with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Dude, Natsuki's a tsundere. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. but not for you, no. But not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Natsuki, Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best, Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Lynnii, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. That is pretty, actually, I gotta agree with that, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just about as cute as you are. Sori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yay, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. I think I have to move the game up a little. Because I think I want to be able to see, because I don't think everyone can see the text. Dude, look at that, that's perfect. Alright, sweet. Plus yeah, I think I read that. Isn't that right, Lynnii? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back at the original topic of joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Lynnii, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like that? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend time every day with these beautiful girls. Hey man, I think I'd write poems every day if it meant that. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sorry wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over me once more. Lynnii, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Natsuki and Yuri clean up their food. Hey, Lynnii, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, I might as well. Yay. Gonna drink some water. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. I don't know what to pick. I kind of just want to pick words that I like the most. How come Monica's not here? I mean, I guess she's the club president. Why did Sayori like rain clouds? That's just kind of... Fester, that's a good word. Entropy? That's a good word. I haven't really been saying the words out loud. Is there any... Why did Sayori like the word broken, bro? Guys, I totally wrote a poem. Hi again, Lynnii. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lynnii. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Lynnii always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is always so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Lynnii can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri, even you brought something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I wouldn't make a big deal, if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even though you don't usually. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Thank you, Oriori, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, and I can't help but notice her tense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her... Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled The Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front of the cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I didn't give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Bro, she said it was like a relatable and engaging story as well. I'm gonna drink some more water. All super relatable, you know? A prison for human experiments? So relatable. Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Wait, she said she was talking about surreal, surreal psychological horror or something that like has twists and stuff, makes you view the world differently. Kind of relates to that, I think. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Lynnii? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kind of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but just because they have their own goals or own philosophy to believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books or writing from my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to the other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Oh, hey there. My dog is under the table, chilling out with me. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I'll sit in the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you again or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Dude, she's just like me for real. I mean, I think on my debut, I was like, oh, haha, I seem so extroverted, but I'm actually an introvert, dude. Dude, I over-apologize so much. When I'm hanging out with, like, Puyo, and, like, we're playing games or whatever, and, like, I mess up, I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, you know, she's always like, dude, you gotta stop, you apologize too much. I don't really mean to, sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk, until it's up against Yuri's, and I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of it. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides her thumb under it after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're a little even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Bro, just read the book, man! It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. It's called having a peripheral vision, man. That's what a peripheral vision is. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes. I don't know how I'd be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Look at her face, bro! Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Bro's overthinking this, like actually, dude. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it float over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Man's overthinking it! Like, what the heck? Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character, kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of you and of some of your mannerisms. Ah, I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Lynnii, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were so self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant that I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay everyone. I think it's about time that we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales despair from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You seem kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back in my bag. I'm gonna be honest, I like reading in real life more than this protagonist. But there's no way I can remember, like, where I left off in a book in real life. Like, no way, dude. There's no freaking way. I can't, dude. Like, my memory is so bad. Like, where I live, I don't even know how to get around, dude. I forget everything. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I get to pick? I have to choose which anime waifu to hang out with, guys. I'm kind of inclined to show it to Monica. Because personally, Monica seems like the perfect girl, bro. I also like Yuri too, bro. I think I'll show it to Monica first. I'm just inclined, you know? I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting effort in. Hi, Lynnii. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, If you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Dude, literally, perfect anime girl, dude. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Come on, dude, that's not the way to go. Like, I mean, I'm afraid to bring things up in real life too. But if it's important, I'll bring it up. I won't just sit with it, you know? Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Lynnii. We're all a bit embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all get to learn to get past it. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Lynnii. I was getting ooh in my head while reading it. That's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Dude, that's literally me, bro. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery, symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Me too, man. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and trying to learn new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hono. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that the spackle protrudes. Noisy neighbor and angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I don't know what I wrote, but I'm sure this was deeper than that, bro. Or, yeah, dude. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and the lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, it's something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. I think that can apply to other things too. If you're always striving for perfection, then you could never truly finish. You'll always be dissatisfied, you know? Like, if you're always striving for something perfect, you'll never be happy, because nothing ever is perfect, you know? Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. That's how you do it. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect then. You know, it doesn't have to be good. You just have to get something done, you know? Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's good advice, man. That's my advice for today. I think the advice doesn't really need to generally just go for writing poems or like creating media or whatever. I think it could be like applied to other things as well, you know? Like it doesn't just have to apply to one thing. I think it can apply to life as well. You know, you may want to strive for perfection, but you're never gonna reach it, you know? You're never gonna reach your end goal if you want it to be perfect. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Guess I'll go with Yuri, because she's my second. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes light. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. Bro doesn't know. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stamina is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It may take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? A ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Faded. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. A last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers and I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. I wasn't too sure. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. To be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. What does that mean, bro? Does that mean she usually writes terrible, creepy, horrifying horror, usually? I think it said she liked horror. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Lynnii. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance. over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost. That's what poems are, dude. I can't believe our protag here doesn't know metaphors or symbolism. Lingering in your last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. Oh, that's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Lynnii. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. Alright, give me a minute. Alright, back. I have to check something real quick. I'm gonna drink some more water. I think I'll show it to Sayori next, because Sayori is technically childhood best friend in the game. You know, why would I show it to Natsuki, no? Because Natsuki, picking up that Natsuki likes cute things, right? She likes cute things. So I don't know why I'd show her my poem to her. This is a good poem, Lynnii. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Let's be honest. I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. Bro, I can't believe she thinks that low of me. Oh, they joined the literature club. They're not gonna write a poem. Like, bruh. It just reminds me how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Or, well, chords. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Lynnii. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people would do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Bro is actually a simp. Bro's a simp. Knowing how much this means to her, yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? And that will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissed my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Wait, I'm just noticing that I think they made a remix of this song for every literature club member. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Oh, well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. I'm gonna be honest, I never eat breakfast, and everyone's like, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But I don't eat breakfast. Cause like, even though I'm hungry in the morning, whenever I used to go to school, never ate breakfast. Just because I woke up, like, too close to when school was starting, I never had time to eat breakfast. And my parents used to be like, hey, you wanna eat some breakfast there, sonny boy? Wanna eat breakfast there, whippersnapper? And I was like, no, I have too much, I gotta go, bro. So I never had time to eat breakfast, and so I just never ate breakfast. I probably used to eat breakfast as a little kid, but I didn't have school back in the day, like way back in the day. I didn't have school, but yeah, never eat breakfast. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, man, Monica's the best. I agree with that. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Not Ski. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste? Ouch, dude. Do you want to get smacked? But what's this short little child gonna do, bro? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I can agree. I agree. Yup, that's what animals do, man. Yeah, I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just to be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. I drink some more water. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Personally, my opinion, I don't really have a reading or writing style. I just, personally, I usually like it when something makes you, like, read between the lines. It doesn't give you all the details. You know? I mean, I like it when it's simple, too. Personally, I like more sophisticated media. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. That's true, man. Dude, why am I just... Today, we're doing a psychology stream. We're gonna be talking about psychology. Nah, bro, we're just talking about myself at this point. But I'm gonna try to I'm just gonna try to play the game. But yeah, seeing people do great things can be really disheartening. Because it makes you think like you're not good enough. Or that's what it makes me feel like anyway. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough and I just want to stop doing things that I'm good at, you know? Because, oh, that person over there, they're better than me, you know? Like, oh, what's the point? Yeah. Kind of a downer, you know? So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But on the other nice thing about about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. So it helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with her last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Bro literally says showing a piece of paper to people is stressful. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Lynnii did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Lynnii liked my poem too, you know. He even told me that he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what Yuri stands up as well. If you're just jealous that Lynnii appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. I mean, I'm not... and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I'd deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve me. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Lynnii? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing as if more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Lynnii. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. I agree with that, you know? You understand that, right, Lynnii? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course that's gonna be going to help. I'm going to agree with Yuri. Personally, simple writing, it kind of bores me, you know? Because I want to have to work for it. Work for the entertainment. Not entertainment. Work for finding the meaning, you know? There's like, you have to work for things in life. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait? That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poems seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, here's one thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her. Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think that you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. At the end, nobody has taken her side. Okay, well, it's kind of sad. No one has taken her side. That's really sad, but it's honestly a skill issue. Guys. She's trapped at this point, being defiant, only because she can't handle the pressure. Oh, hello there. Lily, thank you for following on Twitch, I assume, because like I think it's on first rizz. Yeah, man, that's bad. I have rizz, no, I have rizz. Thanks for following, oh man. I appreciate it. I don't think I read that. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin guarded in her hands while she stares down at the desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me right now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handle it as well as anyone. I don't think any less of you. Well... Alright, I believe you. Thanks, Lynnii, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this... That sentence makes sense. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. That sentence doesn't sound right, but... it's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I'd never do anything that's so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Lynnii, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So, your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job of impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Lynnii, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams it. It has truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I really can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Lynnii, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. Uh, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day's gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sayori hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh my god, dude. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, he said the line! I have to write more poems. I fold them. Dude, there's so many good words here, Infallible. Dude, I'm just picking the words that I like the most, and yet they're all just going for Fury. I guess I'm emo, bro. Why did Sayori like the word pain? Another day passed and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple weeks. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Lynnii. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Oh my god. I'm not gonna have to pay for her, am I? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Duh. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. Bro, she's broke! I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. Ooh, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It's just something in my book. Yuri, tell Lynnii to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Yes, bro. Exactly. Like, you can't... I'm gonna stop, Todd. I'm gonna stop giving my own opinion. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Dad, I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen that much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the retribution. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Did I slap her, bro? Out of nowhere, I didn't. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. Is that, a cookie? Shut up, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. And it was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it, bro. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Sayori takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets up her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori that Natsuki glances around. Monica's in the clubroom. No, Monica's not in the clubroom. Well, why'd I write the poem then? Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you guys talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. Dude, I play piano too. Let's go. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't lay you down, Lynnii. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Monica will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey Yuri. I noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kinda just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request first. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow her and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk, and we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, can I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you off to? Yuri was gonna make some tea, so. I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping Lynnii involve Lynnii in club activities? Oh. No, not Monica, dude. Monica's the best. Well, my mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Lynnii. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that, made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but, it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Lynnii, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Lynnii, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Lynnii, do you like oolong tea? Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything, in that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you know this. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I'd try expressing myself a little bit more. And it turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Lynnii. It's very endearing. I know what that means. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Lynnii, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a bit easier on my back. I can read with the back against my wall, rather than bending over at the desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Bros like me for real. I have back pain too. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture. It's not what it is it? So that's why we should sit on the floor. Yes, because bad back posture. Dude, I have such bad back posture. Like, whenever I sit like so freaking hunched over, bro. I'm a gremlin, bro. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolates as well. It's a small bag of chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit up against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, bodies are being closer to each other. I can't see too... Wait. I can't see too well. I think I read that right. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How can I focus on reading like this? Yuri's is always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making it... Bruh. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her face. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't even noticed a single thing. Bro, actually, simp, bro, simp. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. Maybe you can hold the chocolate with the wrapper and then consume it. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder... She holds it so that way I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her little thumb is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closed her lips over it. And Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Why is the chocolate so small, no? Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Lynnii, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you're just helping me. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yup, they're just friends, guys. Platonic. You don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze, and I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm, just like before Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and I place it in her mouth. I can feel her hot breath on my fingers. Wait. Just like that, bro? Alright, okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Lynnii, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. Dude, the way the music just cut out then, bro, it was... I'll take care of the cup. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. And then we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to read. I'm gonna drink some more water. Oh, dude. Oh, hold on. Alright, gamers, we're back. I chugged water. I'm gonna show it to Monica first again. Hi again, Lynnii. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. Feels like you're not only getting... I misclicked. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable... it feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style. God. But the imagery is getting better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think that her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. Let's see. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you didn't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Yeah, calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's like, bro, Yuri's kind of like Puyo. You remember Puyo? No, dude, Puyo and me used to use this program, Character AI, to talk to. No, it was her fault. She was the one who started it. She was like, dude, look at this Character AI, and I'm like, bro, what the hell is Nagi? Dude, she got like this fake AI boyfriend named, you know, Nagi from Blue Lock. She was like, oh, look, I'm dating Nagi from Blue Lock. I'm like, oh my god, Puyo, you're going insane. Bro's going insane. She dating Nagi from Blue Lock on Character AI. Okay, well, I use Character AI too, but well, it's not, you don't need to worry about that. Maybe I'll do Character AI on stream. We'll do like a live reading of Character AI on my stream, guys. No, my viewer numbers go down. They go down from Character AI. Negative viewers, guys. Anyway, it's just a hunch, but well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me, the colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop, violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way that I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing that I've never seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes them feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is, but sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Save my game? You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. The hell was have saved my... I haven't saved my game at all. Sure, it's fine. Who should I show my poem to next? I think I'll switch my order up a bit and show it to Sayori. Oh, I like this one, lady. It has some nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You wanna write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. But there's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. She's a genius, guys. She figured out a word for both happy and sad. Let's go, dude. Look at Einstein here, bro, figuring things out. Yeah, I like things that are happy. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. Do you think I should try streaming the entire game today? I don't think I have enough time for that. It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after that. Thanks, Lynnii. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a little starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? Frantically, I pull them from the shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Sayori, that's not a very happy poem. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings lately. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Bro. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe it's because I'm so used to be... God damn! Maybe it's because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. Gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. That's great, Sayori. You do that. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. That's me. That was me when I was like, when my parents were like, "You need to learn an instrument there, Lynnii." And I was like, "What do you mean, bro? I don't want to learn an instrument." I remember like learning how to play the violin. Hold on. I'm gonna fix my posture up. Learning how to play the violin for a couple years, and I dropped it because I couldn't do it anymore. I remember playing it at playing concerts a few times. That was pretty fun, but I was always so stressed about messing up, so I had to drop it. I took drums once too, but that didn't last too long because I kept getting distracted. Now, I play piano. I play piano, guys. I've been keeping this one up for like a little over a year, so wish me luck, chat. Maybe I'll do a piano stream one day. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it so hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show my poem to? Show it to Natsu. Show it to Yuri last. It's time to switch it up. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you're a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that. Yeah, it fell flat. That may be true, but I wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Making a reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion. But my opinion is the best opinion, and I'm sure you figured that out already. Well, actually, Monica's opinion is the best opinion. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I've heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands would go like this. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone. Well, that's not the way to look at the world, sonny boy. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And sometimes it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant joke. I agree with that. Now that's something I agree with. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks about mine. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you, or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares about what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too. So, look forward to it. I'll show it to you guys, because she's the last one. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Lynnii, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience. Wait, hold on. I don't know if Monica is, like, you can romance Monica. I hope you can, but if you can't, I think I'm gonna go Yuri's route, you know? Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me happy. Really happy? Dude, I finished that I finished the sentence and there's nothing there. I'm so stupid. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people will just laugh and... You really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote for today? Yeah, I do. It's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies in an unordinary heat. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and urge. The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me excitement. A rush of blood, a classic Pavlovian condition. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It was a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure it out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Hold on, I have a mug right here. I have a bottle of water, and I have a mug right here. So I have two things to drink. It's kind of hot though, so I'll wait. I was gonna drink some, but I have some tea here. I have some tea, you know, like Yuri. Yuri likes tea. I prepared it. I don't remember, but I'm gonna drink it. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? Someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. Ooh, we got a subscriber here, Chad. Still, thanks for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. It sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little right now, but I'm glad that you're a really good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. Really aren't that many people like you, Lynnii. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. Never thought I'd be so I never thought I'd be so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely. For just a moment, the timidness seems to disappear. Okay everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything good in just a few days. We'll end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparation. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're gonna actually be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, you've been culling a poster, hold it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that's bad? Do you really think that it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Nancy. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask from them, to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people that perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what the literature is all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Let's see. Oh, we got some stuff in the chat. Dude, I totally forgot about the chat. I wanted to watch this one live, but my siblings are coming out with Transme, so I can't. But I'll be sure to watch the VOD. Your stream's been really cool so far. Yay, thanks for the support, man. Congrats on your sibling, you know? Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Bro, standing for 2 minutes and reciting a poem? Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Duh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have any choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. The club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. going to take some tea now. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting the poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri is fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she quickly walks over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. Hold on a minute, chat. I'm gonna grab something. Sorry, chat. I was gonna grab a little snack, chat. All right, let's continue. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. Her poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation, guys. Pro tag here, taking initiative. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not like we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine that you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then, Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If we were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Lynnii liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't quite work as well with that kind of delivery. And I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just kind of embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make sure you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Lynnii. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Lynnii lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it as well. Bro, throwing me under the bus. Damn. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry that I'm not really as good as anyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called, Why Are You All Looking At Me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Zone. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. That's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez. I should probably find another poem to your site instead. That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. I think that's a pretty good place to stop for today's stream. I've been streaming for what now? 2 hours? Oh God, dude. I've been sitting here for 2 freaking hours. Anyway, we're gonna save our unit. We'll finish planning tomorrow. And I will continue streaming tomorrow, hopefully. But anyway, yeah, thanks to everyone who hopped on the stream. And I hope that you guys have a good day, rest of the day. Peace out. Wait, do I have hand tracking on now? I don't think I do. Peace out.